It's a controversial stance, but you might have to just drown the dog.
Well, now you're on record as being a dog killer because we're live. You're welcome.
So I was just reading from a screenplay.
Yep. You didn't really kill any dogs yet. Right, Josh?
No, I've been attacked by dogs, but I've never hurt a dog.
Okay. Hey, guess why we're here right now today, this minute?
Oh my God. Wait, are we gonna do it? Should we clap in and all that?
Yeah, we're live right now.
Oh, guys. We're on the internet. Shit's going on.
True. Yeah.
Woo! Welcome to On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa. I'm Josh.
I'm Tressa.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Today, we're talking about the show Black Summer. And
that's right, Josh.
Season 1, episode 7. That's correct, Josh.
That is correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading your line.
Oh, next question.
Right. So we're going to have a spoilerific conversation about the episode. If you haven't seen it, go see it. And we're also just going to talk about who knows what. And that is presumably why both of you tune in.
Yep. You and me.
Me and you. Driving our numbers up.
Yep. Woo, it's hard work, but it's worth it.
This conversation appeals to 100% of the hosts.
That's why it's so good. I don't remember what this episode was called. I didn't write it down for some reason.
It's called Soldiers. No, it's called The Tunnel. It's called The Tunnel.
Ah, yes. Fucking dogs.
So just to get us oriented a little bit, first chapter is Soldiers. Sun and Ares are running with a bag full of weapons.
Ares? Spears. Who's Ares?
I think that in my head, decided that he was the comedian Aries Spears.
All right.
Late of Mad TV. Isn't that guy's name?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
So Ares is running down this hallway.
Spears! His name is Spears.
Damn it! Yeah. This is straight off of the last episode. We went straight into this episode, which makes the time jump even weirder from the last episode.
Right. So just to remind everybody, last episode was a huge time jump. We're thrown into a scenario that we have no background on. All of our primary characters have worked out a heist on a stronghold that we had never previously known existed. And this episode that we're discussing now immediately follows that action. So it's like the end of that heist into the next stuff.
Correct.
And there's no one in this show called Ares.
There is now.
Uh-oh.
So everyone gathers into this new building that they're in. Right. And then they're all just like, okay, let's blah blah. We're tense. This is crazy. And they're trying to get their bearings, and then zombies come through the door.
Well, wait, before the zombies come through the door, once everybody catches up with each other, there's a line of dialogue that I didn't fully understand. Someone said, "Is that who I think it is?"
Yeah, They were talking about Lance
Okay. Okay.
because it was Spears who said that, and he knew Lance from when they were at the school.
Okay. Okay. Great.
You're welcome.
So, okay, so now we know that the heist operation had nothing to do with Lance. Lance was just
Oh yeah, I know.
like they happened to rescue an old friend, but hadn't known that he was there.
Would you have rescued him? Would you have made a full-on heist to rescue Lance? The answer is no, because Lance sucks.
Well, I mean, I think the biggest problem with Lance is his choice of footwear, as we discussed
Oh
previously.
boy. Yeah.
So if we could get him some new kicks, he might be like a little bit more valuable team member.
I doubt it, but I'll go along with it.
He has not read War and Peace, although he's tried.
Yep, multiple times.
Okay, so the gang catches up with each other. Lance is now with them. They got to figure out whether or not anyone is named Ares. They decide no one is named Ares.
They talk about that for a long time.
That's about 75% of the episode is the discussion of, wait, is Ares the name of one of us? No.
Yeah, it was weird. And then we hear zombies open the door of the building they just came in. We can't see it, but we hear it. And everybody hides.
Right. So Carmen was like, where's Manny?
Right.
And everyone's
Everyone's
silence is deafening. Yeah. If Manny's not here, Manny's not Manny.
No. If Manny's not here, Manny's not here. And then someone comes in and shoots all the zombies.
Yeah, so like our team is hiding from the zombies, gunfire erupts, and then we hear the voices. All right, everyone, it's safe. You can come out now.
Okay, I got a question about these two army guys, soldiers, if you will. Were these the guys playing chess?
I think so.
Okay.
I think they were the guys. So that gives us a little bit more explanation about they perhaps had nothing to do with the stronghold. They were just keeping a lookout for their own purposes.
They
maybe.
Yeah, maybe. It was weird though. Like, I didn't understand. Did they know that this not Spears was with them? Were they able to see that? I don't understand why they even tried to save those people, because they watched them basically infiltrate that spot.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question. So I don't know how much like, let's assume that everyone in that unit is super loyal to each other. And so our character Spears, who killed the real guy who was named Spears, they feel strongly about that. They want to avenge that death if possible. And also, like, whatever crime he committed or didn't commit, or whatever knowledge they think he possesses, like, that's still a thing of value to them also.
Right.
Because like they were gonna either murder him or like make him lead them to something, some treasure perhaps, or I'm not really clear what it was.
Right. You don't know who's telling the truth here.
Right. But also, like, even just like, let's assume that their stated value of him is the truth. Like, I don't even know what their stated value for him is.
They just want to bring him to justice, quote unquote, even though they never said justice.
Well, okay, so we're jumping ahead a little bit.
Okay.
So the whole Scooby gang comes out, and the two soldiers are like, hey, everybody.
Yeah, they're all Dr. Nick.
Hello, everybody.
And they're like, hey, we know this really cool passageway to someplace. We'll help you get there because we're good American soldiers. Let's go to this foodateria and take a nap real quick.
Yeah, they're like, okay, so what we have to do is we have to go through this warehouse and this tunnel, and then it's like a mile of downtown, and we like know the way, and we can get you to the stadium.
Stadium.
And it's going to be like, once we get there, there'll be plenty of time, and there are airlifts out of there, and that's going to be the plan. And so they sort of put them all at ease with that, and everybody agrees, and then they go to that cafeteria, hospital,
And they're all
that-
chatting.
right? And the soldiers are like, all right, so we have to rest here now before we do that. And there's a chapter called Sleep.
Yep. And they all take naps. But also, they were talking about how, like, you guys are still a thing, like the military is still a thing. And one of them's like, yeah, don't believe the rumors. The military is still in control of everything. It's like, I don't think anyone's been hearing rumors. I think they're just looking around. You guys aren't doing shit. Because they can't go anywhere else because they're bombing on top of them. That's why they have to stay in the cafeteria for a little bit.
Well, so also they see Spears and they're like, hey, so where's the rest of your unit?
Yeah, tell us your whole story, dude.
And he's like, they all got killed. And the soldiers are like, how did you make it out? He's like,
I'm just dope and I do dope shit.
Yeah. He pulled a full Kanye on them.
Thank you.
He said, my life is dope and I do dope shit.
That's right.
From the editing room of the Chappelle Show.
That is correct. Thank you.
Which, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Sun has a full-on monologue. It's very long. I don't know what she said because she's talking in Korean, I think. She's Korean, right?
Yeah, she's Korean. And I don't know what she said either.
But everyone's very moved by it.
We learned that Denver was the first place infected, and that
we did.
Yeah, that's so. If anything that these soldiers said is true,
sure.
Tidbits included that Denver was the first place infected. That the safest place for anyone to be was literally just out in the middle of nowhere. Like population density is the biggest problem. Yes.
Which, yep, that's the zombie handbook right there.
Pretty much. So everybody agrees to this like nap time, although it seems like they also had high adrenaline and maybe could have just gone or whatever, but everyone says, okay, like these guys have a plan and whatever, we're gonna do that thing. Rose wakes up on the floor and starts calling to Spears.
Gets her flashlight out. She can't find him.
Yeah.
But she hears something in the hallway or the tunnel or whatever.
Right. She finds her way through a bunch of different rooms. In one point, there's a full zombie that's just pinned under like some like a fridge or something.
Yeah.
And they can't get up.
Right. And she's, I'm sorry.
Yeah, totally. She apologizes to the person that is not there.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. I don't know what I would have done either. Put them
honestly,
out of their misery, but that's a waste of ammo. And then also,
well, then you smash her head in. You don't use ammo on something like that. You smash their head in, and then you don't have to worry about them getting out or cutting off half their body and getting out and crawling around. I'm just saying.
Well, she doesn't do any of those
No.
things. She
But
li-
it's
she
fun to think about, right?
she just leaves the zombie stuck there.
Mhm.
She finds the two soldiers and a now uh de-uniformed Spears.
De-uniformed and beaten.
Yeah, he's in a t-shirt. He's no longer in fatigues, and they're leading him away. And
This part though, like her trying to catch up with them and the shaky cam, what steady cam, like chasing her and those guys is it, in real time watching it seemed like forever because I could not figure out what the fuck she was looking at. I figured it was everybody, but you couldn't tell, and they would not turn around. They would not acknowledge her. It was wild. Like, what was their plan? They're just going to ignore her. She's going to catch up. Like, you guys, come on. What's
yeah, it
going
was
on?
super interesting that like for a little while their approach was to not engage her, and even Spears wasn't saying like help
Yeah, it was weird.
or anything. Like so she catches up to them and they're like, look, this guy isn't who you think he is. He's a bad guy. He killed our friend Spears and stole his fucking clothes. And she's like, oh, so what's
There's
your
a whole thing where Spears is trying to just or defend himself, and they're like, fuck this guy. We're gonna go take him and kill him or whatever.
right?
Take
And
him
they're,
to justice.
oh, yeah, we're gonna look, we got to take him. he's
Look.
he's committed horrible crimes you don't even know, and we'll send a battalion for back for you.
Right. Fuck that.
Right,
Once
first of
they
all,
said that,
that's horse shit.
no
You don't
one's
have a
coming.
battalion.
Mm-mm.
Why are the two of you just stragglers alone
Thank
together
you.
now?
Thank you.
And whether or not Spears is the criminal you say he is, he's also like saved Rose. Like,
Exactly.
he knows that for sure.
There's no criminals in the apocalypse.
Yeah, your record's expunged, my dude.
Right. And
Congratulations, fresh start.
thank you. Rose has the best reaction to these guys saying, oh, yeah, we're going to send some people to come and get you guys. You just stay put. She's like, oh, fuck you guys. And she just shoots the one guy in the back of the head and shoots the other guy a whole bunch of times. I'm assuming there was a headshot because he didn't come back up.
Yeah, she takes complete charge of the situation.
Yep.
Like, she's on task. She's got to get to the stadium. She's got to get reunited with her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
None of this other bullshit. Like, I don't have time for this bullshit.
Who would?
Right. And so next chapter is Sunrise. And it's clear that Rose is now the leader. She has just,
for sure.
like, it's all in the body language. Like, she's taken
Mhm.
charge. Everybody's got their guns, and the Scooby Gang walks outside, and then that guy with the weird beard,
Yeah, the weirdo guy.
who I don't even know his name, but he's been with us for a little while now.
Yeah, since the school.
So he whistles, and his dog comes to him from like this courtyard that
Right.
they're just like in at daybreak. He takes his dog and he walks away from the group without a word.
Yep.
And then like the gang looks around and Rose points at something, and she says, it's over there. Cut to black.
That's it.
Yeah.
I
Stark. Good episode.
Great episode.
Yeah.
Once it ended, I was like, oh, I must have missed a spot. I must have gotten something cut out, and I had to go back because it moved so well that I didn't realize it. A half an hour had passed. It was great.
Yeah, it was really good. I think that like especially coming off of the disorientation from the previous episode,
Mhm.
this one is just like a really clean return to the kind of storytelling that we're used to with this show.
Right. That we've been with all these years.
Holding back the years.
Oh, good, you're singing.
Do you remember that? I think that's Simply Red.
I think you are correct.
I hated that song when I was a kid and when it came out. I barely had an understanding of like having tastes of my own,
Hmm.
but
And you already knew you hated that.
yeah,
I get it.
I think perhaps, and I don't know if this is true for other people, but for me, discovering what I liked was a process of eliminating a lot of other stuff first.
Discovering what you hated first.
Yeah. And like sometimes you're not really sure because like they're like there's some musicians that like when we were kids, everything was like radio based. So
Yeah.
there's some like bands and musicians that were being played so much that their omnipresence was just like a fact of life. It wasn't even a question of, is this a thing you like or don't like? Like Madonna, like, do you have an opinion about like liking or like not liking Madonna? Madonna's like Coca-Cola.
Right.
She's an
Yes.
undeniable fact of life. And if you're thirsty, you drink a Coke, unless you don't drink Coke at all.
Yes. It's just there to an extent. And it will always be there. I don't know.
But Simply Red was very off-putting to me for some reason. And
Well,
listen, if for some reason anyone associated with that band is listening right now, I apologize. These are the thoughts and rejections of a tween decades
right.
ago.
He means it with his whole heart, but
yeah. Like as a tween, I absolutely was like, fuck this, it's gross. But as an adult, I want you as human beings to know that like you're valid. I apologize for my hurtful words.
yes.
And
but you still believe them.
That I still believe. That I still believe. But like I didn't come here to trash anyone or make enemies.
You came here to, oh, never mind.
Did you come here to chew bubble gum?
And I'm all out, but I didn't have any other plans. So
but that was the one thing I came to do.
Josh, this is a really short episode. This is our shortest one yet.
Yeah, this one flew by. And
like
we covered all of the essentials.
Yes. We didn't talk about the super long and in-depth monologue of Sons and all the details of it. I feel like it's something you need to hear and experience for yourself rather than hear a rundown of, because it's so touching.
Do you want to try to interpret?
No.
I don't either. I have no idea. So, okay, so the Scooby Gang minus Weird Beard and Dog, but plus Lance and his stupid sneakers.
Gross.
They've got to make it to the stadium. We've got Rose, Spears, Lance, Carmen. Who else?
William.
Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. So wait, at the beginning of this episode, William is walking with a limp.
Yes.
And they're like, hey, what, are you injured? What happened? Because like, you don't
want bites.
Right. You don't want bites. And he's like, no, it's just an old injury. It's acting up. And they accept that.
Yep. And
now that is highly suspect to me.
I hadn't thought that it was until you said that just now, but
I mean, some people have to have real injuries, and like that has to be like, not everything is zombie related.
Right. And
but it's still suspicious.
sure, because it's a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Every injury is suspicious. And he doesn't show anybody. As
No,
a matter of fact,
he basically has to skip in order to walk.
right. And they show a close-up of him tightening up his boot. Is that because he doesn't want anyone to see what's underneath his boot? Or is that more support for his rolled ankle?
I mean, I I like the character, so I don't want to lose him. So,
Same.
you know,
William's great.
yeah, as an audience member, I want him just to be okay and not to turn into a zombie.
Yes. As a zombie survivor, though, he can fuck right off.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy.
Mhm.
Best case scenario is a quick beheading or something.
Mhm.
Um so also just another thing, when everybody's gearing up
Mhm.
at the end of the episode,
Yeah.
Rose and Spears, like, they don't talk about the fact that he's not Spears.
Right.
They're like, I think someone was like, what happened to the soldiers? And
And
Rose was like, they're gone.
yeah.
Is that right? Is that how it went
Yeah.
down?
I think that is how it went down. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's completely taken charge. She's decided that whatever is up with Spears, his name is Spears. We're sticking with
Yes.
that.
Yes. I mean, why wouldn't we?
Right.
That's what everyone knows. They don't need to know what just happened.
Yeah.
Mm. What?
I don't know.
I'm tired. We've just been talking for so long that it's like morning, and the fire has slowly dwindled, and now it's kind of smoldering. So it's almost like smoldering in the morning.
You know, Ronald Reagan famously said it's morning in America. But I famously said, we are on fire tonight. So you got to decide, Tressa. Are you on the side of Ronald Reagan, or are you on the side of on fire tonight?
I am not on the side of Ronald Reagan, Josh. He's not even alive, and he was terrible. I don't know if you're familiar with any of his politics at all, but he was not a good person.
Listen, I think that he was an actor.
Yep.
He was a racist.
Yamaha. Yep.
He almost certainly had Alzheimer's for a lot of the time he was
Oh,
in office.
definitely. Homophobe. Don't forget homophobe.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
How could you?
And what else is he famous for? His border policies were so open door compared to the all right, nobody wants to hear us talk about politics. No, like, I don't want to hear us talk about
I
politics,
don't
so
either.
definitely no one else does.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm glad that you're against Reagan and in favor of On Fire Tonight. On Fire Tonight.
It's one
Cue
of
the
my
outro
favorite.
music. Shut up, Tressa. Cue the outro music.
Damn it. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Dude, oh wait, I should stop in YouTube too. Boop, boop, boop. That's the wrong window.